good today. It is so good today. It feels amazing outside. The vibes are vibing. Apparently it's supposed to feel good all week, so we love that. Okay. Cause I'm over all this cold. I can't do no more cold weather. I don't want to do no more cold weather. I'm cool. Okay. Make sure that you up your vitamins right now and your supplements. Because as we transition from one season to the next, this is when people get sick. Bodies are adjusting to the new conditions. This is also allergy season. Okay, if you got bad allergies, get you some Manuka honey. Take you a spoonful of that once a day before you leave the house, and you should be all right. Okay. Get you some elderberry syrup, or you can get elderberries, dried elderberries, and boil them until it turns into a syrup consistency, and drink that, or take a teaspoon of that every day as well, or you can add it to your tea, however you want to do it. Okay. Manuka honey. Manuka. Okay, get that. You can get it off Amazon. If you have local bee farms, that's probably the best place to go and get it. But yeah, okay, get into it. That will help you with your allergies. Take your teaspoon of that a day and you should be okay. All right, so we are about to tap in for midweek messages. This won't be a long live. We'll tap in as long as we can. When the messages run out, then we'll leave, okay? And go enjoy the rest of the sunlight if we still have some sunlight. Okay, well, I'll go enjoy the rest of the sunlight if we still got some sunlight. Some of y'all already outside. But these are going to be general messages, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Of course, we do have our live goal here on TikTok. Feel free to contribute to that. On Big O, we don't have a live goal, but feel free to gift as you see fit. All gifts are accepted and appreciated. There is no gift too small. So definitely, if you want to show your appreciation for the space, feel free to do so. Also, likes and shares do also help. So feel free to do that as well. And feel free to comment. I know sometimes some people be scared to comment their 2 cents or how they feel or give their little remarks or whatever. Don't be scared. Okay, we is family over here. And I don't play that bullying and jumping on people's shit. We don't do that type of stuff over here. Okay. We are a big family. We're all here to grow. We're all here to become better versions of ourselves. And these messages are just to help us with that process, okay? So we're gonna get started. I have no idea what we're tapping in for. Yes, let them know, Tasty. This is a safe space. I don't know what we're tapping in for, but we're just gonna go with the flow. We're just gonna see what comes out. Venus is still retrograding as well as Mercury. Thank you, babe, for the gift. So just be careful. Be careful, be cautious. Take your time. Don't allow small things to irritate you or to take you out of your element, okay? Especially because anytime Mercury is retrograding, there's always a chance for things dealing with technology, plans, bookings, things of that nature. It's always a possibility for that type of stuff to kind of fall through, or even to just have some shit with it. So don't allow shit to stress you out, okay? If you book something and the time get messed up or something, don't. I know it's easier said than done, but just try your best to stay in a positive energy, okay? Devices could be breaking or messing up during this time as well. Phones, computers, laptops, so on and so forth. Digital marketplaces, websites, all types of stuff like that dealing with technology. Is always a chance for that stuff to kind of just be doing its own thing. So try to steer clear of, you know, getting too in your feelings and feeling some type of way to the point where it's affecting your energy way more than it should, okay? Also, because Venus is retrograding, pay close attention to what Spirit is trying to teach you in regards to love and relationship. There's a lot of lessons right now dealing with, confirmation, the way that we connect with other people and other beings, whether that's on a romantic love level or whether that's just people that we have love for, friends, family, you name it, okay? Whatever it may be, whoever it may be. So really pay attention to that. This could also be giving you some insight on the way that you connect with yourself, okay? Because love is not just about giving it to other people. It's also about giving it to yourself, okay? Yes, there are several lights behind me. So it is very important for you to be paying attention right now, specifically in those two areas. Now, there could also be some movement here when it comes to materialistic things or opportunities for materialistic things, because Venus is in retrograde, and Venus is the planet of love. It's also the planet of beauty, of materialistic things. So there could be some changes being made with that. The way that I'm getting it is you won't necessarily be gifted things that are materialistic just all willy-nilly. A lot of it is due to whatever work you've put in, and you kind of getting something for your efforts, for your work. I've been seeing 333 a lot, or 33. So pay attention to that. That could be confirmation. But a lot of you are about to be rewarded for your efforts. Now, we did a reading before we went into Venus and Mercury retrograde, I think maybe 2 weeks ago. And Spirit was kind of talking about being rewarded for the things that you've done, the work that you've put in. And I told you guys to pay attention between the 10th and the 15th, because either something was going to happen during those dates or something was going to break loose energetically throughout those dates, okay? And then I also told you guys that something will be happening before April 19th for a lot of people. So just kind of keep your head on a swivel. Stay in tune and in alignment with your intuition. We talked about intuition briefly last night. So definitely make sure that you are tapping in. Thank you, my love. Tapping in with your intuition as much as possible. Don't ignore it. This is not the time to ignore it, especially not when we have planets retrograding. Okay? Also, communication is going to be key. Anytime Mercury is doing anything, communication is going to be highlighted. Opportunities of intellect or knowledge will be highlighted. Technology will be highlighted. So that includes social media. That can include social environments as well, or social circles. So just pay attention. Keep your head on the swivel. Relationships, like I said, or love will be highlighted as well. As well as the materialistic world. So just be paying attention. Okay, keep your eyes open. Just be paying attention, because retrograding planets are here to teach us something. They're here to show us something. A retrograding energy is different from direct energy, right? Retrograding energy is more so here to correct, here to show you certain things, here to expose certain things in those particular areas, depending on what planets are in retrograde. And that can be, it's all positive, but it can feel super positive, or sometimes it can feel negative. It just really depends on how you look at it. So don't take anything personal to the point where you feel like Spirit is, you know, doing something personal to you, or something's going wrong. What do you mean by art, Izzy? Because it's all going to work for your benefit, right? Whatever is happening now, whatever you're seeing now, whatever is being exposed to you now, is all happening for a reason, so that you can see whatever you need to see, know whatever you need to know, so that you can do whatever you need to do, okay? So let's tap in a little bit more and see what's going on here. I do feel like there's a lot of opportunities. No, I'm not an artist. Am I giving artist vibes? Thank you, Kia. I would say there is an opportunity here as well for spontaneous connections. This could be friendships. This could be, every time I do readings, it's that one yawn, I swear. This could be friendships. This could be relationships, partnerships. This could also be an opportunity for like a temporary situationship, because I always be trying to tell y'all, like, everybody's not supposed to last forever in your life, right? And when you're kind of looking for people to be there forever and ever and ever, you don't really utilize them in a way that Spirit is giving them to you, right? When people are there temporarily, it's because there's something there that they are trying to teach us, trying to show us, trying to expose to us, or a direction they are supposed to be pushing us in. Izzy, don't be disrespectful, okay? This is not a card game. I don't understand why y'all can't just be like, oh, that's not for me, and just leave a space. Don't be disrespectful. Yeah, so take advantage of whoever Spirit brings into your life. And when I say take advantage, I don't mean misuse anybody, right? I don't mean be negative towards anybody. I don't mean you know, to be an asshole or to be, you know, manipulative or anything like that, right? But you do want to utilize them for whatever they are there for. The same way I'm sure they will be utilizing you for whatever you're there for, right? So I'm not going to say that certain people that you meet won't last, because some of them will, depending on who you are, depending on who you're meeting. But for the most part, there will be people, not even just right now, but just along your journey, that will come in for a season, okay? And we have to get better at allowing people to come in and serve whatever purpose they serve and then leave. It's so important, right? Everybody's not supposed to be there, you know, 40 days and 40 nights and for the rest of your life, and y'all walking down the aisle, or y'all best friends forever and ever and ever. That's just not what we're here for. We're not here to take hold of people in relationships and have them forever. You know what I'm saying? So allow those things to happen the way that they happen, which means that you need to go with the flow. If the flow is flowing you towards a certain person, flow that way. If once you've flown with that person for a little while and then the flow starts to switch up and is flowing you somewhere else, flow that other place. Okay? Don't feel like you have to be stagnant in any type of relationship or situation just because. Don't do that, right? Because then you're holding up the line. There's other people you're supposed to meet. There's other things that you're supposed to be doing. There's other ways that you could be going, right? So you don't need to be sitting there holding on to people. And this is just not romantic. This is friends. This is family members. This is co-workers. This is jobs. This is partners, business partners. This is whoever for whatever reason, okay? Are we supposed to get married? Like, is this a part of the matrix? Marriage is for the people that it's for. We all have a destiny, and sometimes that destiny includes being partnered up with someone else. So, no, everybody doesn't have to get married, and everybody is not supposed to be married, right? And if more people would embrace whatever they feel actually connected to, we would have less divorces and less, you know, affected children and households, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people trying to fit into a cookie cutter mold that just doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's not supposed to, you know, be married. Everybody's not supposed to have children. Those are just not things that it's for everybody to do. There are people who will reproduce. There are people who will be married. Let those people do what they do. If that's not something for you, that's not something for you. There are people who will be monogamous. There are people who will be poly. If that's not for you, that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that are going to be straight or heterosexual. There's some people that's going to be gay or homosexual. If that's not for you, that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to control the process. As long as you are aligned with however you are supposed to be aligned, as long as you're going with whatever flow you're supposed to be going with, that's all that fucking matters. All of the standards and all of that bullshit, it's just what it is. Now, are there supposed to be men to be with women and women supposed to be with men? Absolutely, because we need to reproduce. There's always going to be a large collective of heterosexual people who will be reproducing. We do not have to worry about that. Right? But that also does not mean that we need to force another type of sexual culture on people just because that's something that we choose to do. Right? Or on children, because that's something that we choose to do as adults once we've made a decision based on who we find out ourselves to be. Right? So live your life. There's always going to be people making babies. So, I mean, we ain't got no worries for real. If people want to spin the block and turn around and make a U-turn, let them spin the block. Let them, I don't give a damn. I've dated women, I date men. I don't date women anymore, though, because I personally do want to be married. I don't see how women deal with women, because I be irritated, baby. That shit, woo, blood pressure through the roof. I be like, damn, this is what the fuck y'all be dealing with as men? God bless you. I'm stressed out. I can't do it. Love me a woman down. Love everything about a woman. But no thank you. Okay? I need something strong and long at the end of the night. I don't even have time for that. You know what I'm saying? No thank you. But that's just me. That's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different. Anywho, let's get into this reading. For real. Y'all know Poca gonna keep it a bean every time. Y'all know we keeps it a whole motherfucking bean over here. You welcome. We don't play. We gonna tell the truth and shame all the liars. We not gonna play around. Do whatever you feel led to do. There was a season when I did what I wanted to do, because I felt like doing it. And every now and again, if I feel like doing it, I'm going to do it again. Shit. I'm heavy on Gemini. Gemini placements, Sagittarius placements, Aquarius placements. We are always known as the gay people. It just is what it is, because we're just so fluid. We're just fluid people, okay? We'll date a woman, we'll date a man. We don't give a damn. We don't care. We just be all over the place. Especially if you have those Venus placements. Good luck. Good fucking luck. Your life is going to be very, very interesting. All right? Not all placements, honey. Not all people under those signs. But the majority of those, the women under them 3 signs, I guarantee you they didn't had a little time on the other side. I guarantee you I could put money on it. Anywho, let's get into this. Okay, let them know, Miss T. Sometimes you just have a time. You just be out here enjoying the fruits of God's labor. Literally. Eating the peaches and all. Y'all be getting me started. What was I on a Saturday night? That's why I ain't got no fucking sense. On a Saturday night. Literally. Party time. Listen, and I love that for you, Nitra. Have your time. And when you feel like reeling it back in, reel it on back in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, True. When you want to reel it in, reel it in. I'm a Virgo moon. I think IDK, my ex was always on my chart, but never her own. Don't be letting y'all spouses or y'all partners see y'all charts now. Treat them like a stranger. They don't need to see that damn chart. Stop showing your chart to people. Don't let nobody pull your damn chart. They don't need to see all that. Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay, we got understanding coming out. Politics at the bottom. Outsider. Past lives. Ooh. Okay. So some of y'all have been, hello everybody coming in. Some of y'all been, like my mama called it, faking the funk. Okay, some of y'all done had a mask on for a little bit. For a little bit of time. Walking around with this mask on. I don't know if this is acting like, oh, okay. Give us clarity, spirit. Some of y'all been feeling like outcasts. Feeling like outcasts. Feeling like you don't fit in, you don't blend in. But you've been wearing this differently. It's not like, you know, people who don't fit in or they feel like an outcast or a black sheep and they kind of make it be known in so many words, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's like they express it like, y'all don't fuck with me and y'all don't be doing this and that and y'all don't never. It's like y'all felt this way. This could be something that happened recent. This could be just in general how you felt. This could be childhood. This could be growing up, whatever it is, but I feel like y'all never communicated it. You've kind of acted like everything was cool for a long time, even though you've been feeling like things have been different. People could have treated you different. They could have addressed you different. They could have talked to you different. They could have acknowledged you differently than other people in your space. I also see that some of y'all felt outcasted because your goals differed from the people around you, or your lifestyle has always differed from the people around you, or the things that you want out of life have always differed from the people around you. And that's a tough place to be in, especially when you want to connect with certain people, or especially if it's family or it's friends, close loved ones, and you see them all kind of having this outlook on life and having these things that they want to do with their life, and you just kind of like, damn. Like silently you feel it within your being, like, I don't really want to live my life like that. But you just kind of let them have it. Or even trying to fit into what they were saying to kind of make, it's like not trying to draw too much attention to yourself. It's like, I don't necessarily want to live my life like that, but I'm not going to make it super known. I'm not going to be out here shouting from the rooftops that I don't agree. I'm just going to continue in conversation type of thing. I'm just not going to bring it up. Right? I'm just going to kind of keep it to myself. Even though my dreams is different, my goals is different, what I want out of this life is different, where I feel like I'm headed is different, right? And I feel like a lot of y'all have finally accepted the fact that, and this is where this understanding is coming in, I feel like you finally accepted the fact that you're not supposed to live a life that's common. You weren't here to live a common life. You weren't here to have a common experience. You weren't here to do regular, degular, schmegler things. You were not put here to blend into the background. Neo got a song called Fade Into the Background. That's what I'm hearing. And fade into the background. That's on Year of the Gentleman. That was an amazing album. Okay, Neo don't get enough credit for that album. That's an amazing album. Anywho, but that's what I'm hearing. you've accepted that your life is just supposed to be different. You're supposed to just do different things. You're supposed to have different things. Some of y'all are not supposed to live the places that are common. Some of y'all are not supposed to be partnered with people who are common. And then it also starts to affect you because of the fact that you're not attracting the people who you thought that you were supposed to attract. And that within itself can be exhausting because you start to think like, okay, is there something wrong with me? Like, I'm supposed to have this type of partner, or I'm supposed to have these types of friends. And it's like anytime I get intertwined with people like that, I don't really connect with those people, or something goes wrong, or it just doesn't work out. Or I'm supposed to be in a relationship with this type of person, but anytime I find a person like that, you know, the relationship goes this way or that way. It's because you're not really accepting who you are. And when you really truly accept who you are, you start to attract the people who are actually for you, and they are nothing like what you thought. They do not come in the package that you thought that they was going to come in. You like, oh, you know, I need to be with somebody who's tall and light skinned and curly hair or something. I don't know. I'm just, no tea, no shade to tall, light skinned, curly hair people. But maybe that was what you thought, what you visualized for yourself. But once you start to accept yourself, you like, damn, I'm actually attracting a little 5'9", 5'10" little chocolate thing, and I can't get enough of this motherfucker. It's actually perfect. It's so perfect, it's fucking confusing me right now. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to friends, thank you, True. When it comes to friends, you like, shit, I thought I was supposed to be friends with the females that be like this, or the niggas that be like this. But in reality, I'm attracting people who are like this and people who are like that. And I blend so well and I mesh so well with these specific types of people. Yeah, because now you're starting to show up as your true self. So you're letting go of this false reality that you've kind of created in your head. You know what I'm saying? This idea of how you think things are supposed to go. And it goes directly into the question that baby girl asked earlier. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of standards that our families have put on us, that society have put on us, that, you know, people outside of us have tried to convince us that this is the way that you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to live. These are the type of partners that you're supposed to be looking for. This is the type of way that you're supposed to structure your life. And it's like, who the fuck are you to tell me how I'm supposed to structure some shit that's supposed to work for me? That don't even make no fucking sense. Thank you, my love, for the gift. That don't make no fucking sense. I'm the only one who know me. I'm the only one who know what I want out of this life. I'm the only one who is doing the work to get to wherever I'm trying to go. I'm the only one who can make this shit happen. I'm the only one who knows all the ins and outs of what the fuck is going on with me. So how can I take the advice of somebody outside of me to tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing verbatim? You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make no fucking sense. I remember, you know, of course, a lot of us, when we graduated high school, or before we even graduated, a lot of people was pushing college. Oh, you gotta go to college. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta get a degree. If you want to be successful, if you want to do this, you want to do that, you gotta get a degree. You gotta get a degree. Baby, do you not know Poca did not go to no motherfucking college? And I done worked every job you could think of. I done been an elementary school teacher. I done had a radio show. I done sold clothes. I done did music management for artists. I done did all type of shit. Executive assistants for this person, HR for this company, all of the things that now you would look and they'd be like, you need an associate's degree, you need a bachelor's degree. I was a phlebotomist. I done did all types of shit because it was on my journey. It was for me to do those things. And when something is for you, you skip the lines. People stand in line because they're not supposed to be there. Did y'all catch that? People standing in fucking lines because they're not supposed to be there. Friend, you like my shirt? Let me stop. Only you can see it, and everybody else can. I'm gonna give you a peek. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is not supposed to be where they are. So this is why you see people standing in line trying to do all of this and do all of that and make that happen and make that happen. And then you walk up and they take you straight to the motherfucking bag. It's like back in the day when I used to go to the fucking clubs. Poca don't do clubs no more. I don't like clubs. It's too much energy and I be exhausted. Oh, you like my shirt? Thank you, boo. It be too much. Poca don't like clubs. I don't like it. It's too much. It irritates me. Too many energy. I'm reading everything. I feel claustrophobic. I feel like people breathing on me, people looking at me. I don't fucking like it. It's too much. And it be a lot of young niggas in there and they be coming with switches. Auntie scared of a switch. Don't put me in that situation. Okay. So, but you know, I ain't never have to pay to get nobody a club. If I had to pay for a club, Poca wasn't going. You can go ahead and kiss my ass on that. I'm not about to stand in nobody's line. What do I look like standing in a line? Me in a line? I'm not standing in nobody's motherfucking funky ass line. Don't invite me. We gotta stand in somebody's line. I'm not standing in no line. The hell? If we not walking in, what am I here for? That's crazy as hell. It's the same thing. When you are not supposed to be somewhere, there's always a hold up. This is why when you start to trust your intuition and you go with the flow of spirit, things just move. They just move. It just works. It just goes. It just flows. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do all of this extra ass manifesting. You don't have to do none of that. It just is like boom, 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 boom. And by the time you look up, you're like, hold the fuck up. I just crossed like 15 damn... Please stop spamming that in my comments. You about to irritate the hell out of me now. Shit. Golly. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck? It's like you look up and you finally think about it and be like, hold up. I got here fast as shit. How the fuck did that just yesterday I said that I wanted to do X, Y, and Z. And now today... Just last week, I said that I wanted to, and then now I'm sitting right here. You be like, what the fuck? That shit moves so motherfucking fast. Your head be spinning. You gotta take a minute to just take it all in. You ain't felt a thing. You ain't peeped a thing. You just been moving with the flow. Thank you, my love. You just been going with the flow. And spirit will have it so that it's almost like you just moving blindfolded. And you just like, la, 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 la. In a field of fucking dandelions and rose petals and shit. You know what I'm saying? And spirit is just like, turn left. Like, I gotta do my Siri voice. At the next light, turn right. You know what I'm saying? Like, at, what she saying? In 3.5 miles, take the exit to the left. You know? And you just be like, okay. You know when you in a car and you got that GPS on, but your songs is on, like you just got a fire ass playlist. And it's just like song after song after song. It's just hitting. And you just be in a motherfucking having a jam session. Like you just going crazy. You singing the backgrounds, the lead. You playing the instruments with your mouth. You playing air guitar. You doing air drums. You doing the whole fucking thing. But you following the directions of the GPS. You not even paying attention for real. You in there just driving. You know what I'm saying? You making all the right turns. But you're not consciously aware of the fact that you're being guided to the destination. You just so caught up into whatever the fuck you got going on that you just like, whatever. And you see the thing and say turn left, okay, make the left, okay, cool. And you riding, you just jamming out, okay, cool. Then say take the exit, you take the damn exit. You're not giving it too much attention. It just tell you what to do, you do it. That's what this next season looks like. You are so engulfed in all of the other beautiful parts of life that you don't even realize that you're being guided directly to what the fuck you've been talking about. Directly to the things that you've been feeling organically led to. Destiny on 100,000%, and you don't even realize until you show up to the motherfucker and you be like, hold up. You know when you finally get to a place you gotta cut the music down and hit one of these? You ain't even peep. You're like, hold up. I've been distracted. Let me cut that shit down. Where the fuck? I'm here already? Yes. Yes, actually you are. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You are here. Destination on the goddamn left. You know? Everything that you're doing right now should be inner voice. As I was about to say, everything that you're doing right now should be intuitively guided. You can't make this shit up. I do have a shirt that says that on my website because I say it so fucking much. I mean, you just fucking can't. You can't make this shit up. It's all intuitive. And you know when it's intuitive because it works without you having to work it. It works without you having to work it. When you gotta work something, thank you, Dimples. When you gotta work something, it takes more out of you because you are pushing against the grain. You're trying to force something. When you're trying to force something, it takes more energy. It takes more head space. Thank you, Mita. It takes, it's just so much more work. It's more fucking pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's all of these different things. It's all these different things that's just coming out of nowhere. Just like, ugh, it's a headache. It's annoying. It's irritating. You know what I'm saying? But when shit is supposed to work, it's not even no friction with it. The shit just work. It's just going. It's just moving. To the point where you start being like, hold the fuck up. And we so goddamn traumatized. The shit be working so good. Most of the time, we'll fuck around and self-sabotage. We'll hit the brake. I mean, just halt that whole motherfucker. Just stop the whole shit. And just like, hold up. Wait. Because this shit it's working too good. Something is going too well. Something bad gotta be about to happen. Now you calling in the negative energy because we're not even used to things moving so effortlessly because we're not used to following our intuition. Following your intuition, that shit is like a dance. You gotta be on beat. You gotta be hitting the right moves. You gotta make sure that when that motherfucker say pop, lock, and drop it, you popping and locking and dropping. On beat. When they say it, when I move, you move just like that. The minute you get in your head about it, the minute you get to overthinking it, the minute you get to doubt in the process, that's when everything starts to fall apart. Thank you, my love. That's when everything starts to fall apart. That's when everything starts going crazy. You gotta be on beat, okay? You can't be black and not be on beat. Now, I got some family members who don't got no rhythm, but they can hit a mean two-step. And sometimes spirit don't want you to have all the rhythm in the world. Sometimes they just want you to hit a mean two-step. Can you do a two-step? You know what I'm saying? Can you just hit a motherfucking side to side and a snap? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all you gotta do. In your head, you think you gotta motherfucking put that thing down, flip it and reverse it, and drop it to the flow. And spirit's like, I don't even need you to do all that. I just need you to hit a nice little two-step with a snap. Can you do that? We're so used to things being so overly complicated because we've been used to making things overly complicated. We've been making things overly complicated. Just sitting there coming up with shit to complain about. Sitting there coming up with shit to be mad about. Sitting there coming up with shit, you know what I'm saying, to be the victim about. It's like everything is working. Why are you trying to create something? You know what I'm saying? Everything here is working. Please don't come in my comments broadcasting shit and all that, because I don't know if y'all legit or not, and you're not about to have my people contacting you for no bullshit. Promote your shit on your own page and your own space, respectfully or disrespectfully, however you take it. I don't give a damn. Don't come in here with that, okay? Y'all not about to get my people caught up in no fuck shit. I don't know y'all like that. I protect mines over here. I don't know you like that. All these scammers in the world. You got us fucked up. Hello? Maybe they be losing their mind. We don't know you like that. Look at this. You see how she leaping? She said, you know what? She hit that Superman. Watch me, you. She hit that motherfucking Superman. She Superman that hoe. She just jumped out there. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You don't see that you about to land on something soft and pillowy and land on a cloud. You may not see that. Spirit do. So then the question then becomes, do you trust yourself and your spirit team enough? Because that's where intuition gets fucked up. When you don't trust yourself and you don't trust your spirit team, you're not going to move. It's not that the intuition is incorrect. And it's not that you don't have the ability to trust the intuition. It's the fact that you don't trust yourself. And you don't trust your guides. Why would people that were put on your journey to help you get to the next place, to help you achieve whatever you're meant to achieve, why would they want to watch you crash and burn? What do they get out of that? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is the point of me sitting here, you know, helping you and guiding you and being by your side and sending you dreams and shit? You know what I'm saying? And all these intuitive messages just to watch you crash and burn and fall to your face and everything just be fucked up in your life. That's a waste of goddamn time. Who is doing that? Who is doing that? And why would your higher self be guiding you towards any place that is going to be your destruction? Because intuition is half higher self, half spirit team. Thank you, my love, for the gifts. So why the fuck would yourself be leading you towards some bullshit? We're not talking about the ego version of you. And y'all have to understand that the ego version of you is not who communicates to you through your intuition. Excuse me. It is not ego telling you to go out there and take that leap of faith. Ego is not about to tell you that. That's your higher self giving you those instructions. Of course it may not make sense all the time what the intuition is telling you. But this goes back to spiritual eyes. Yesterday we talked about what? The third eye chakra. We talked about the physical abilities of the eyes, and then we talked about the spiritual abilities of the eyes. and how you have to use both. But which one do you use first? Which one do you use first? Am I looking at shit with my physical eyes first? And I'm a spiritual being? Was I created on earth, or was I created in the spiritual realm? Did my soul descend to earth? Or did somebody just take some fucking, like they try to tell you in the Bible, take some dirt and shit and just create a body? And then the body just had life. No, baby. That ain't what happened. We done seen people get pregnant. I ain't see no dirt involved. I didn't see no dirt. Did y'all see some dirt? I ain't see no dirt. Okay? Ain't nothing about it. I mean, they get a little dirty. Yeah. But ain't nothing about it gave dirt. Creation don't got nothing with no dirt in it. So that means that I'm not from here. So if I'm not from here, then we talked yesterday about being in manual mode and being on autopilot. The body is from here. The soul is not from here. I'm not the body. I am the soul. So I have to identify with the part of me that is the true me, which is the soul. Which means I see first in spirit. I hear first in spirit. I think first in spirit. I create first in spirit. This is where patience comes in. Because if something is being created in the spiritual, it has to have time to manifest in the physical. Why? Because it has to slow down. Thank you, Corey. Everything that is tangible is moving slow. This is a slower paced energy here. Earth is a very slow moving realm. That's why it is the 3D, because it is so slow that you can touch, you can feel, things are tangible because it's moving slow. The quicker things speed up, the less you can see it. Now, I can't make my finger go super fast, but the faster I do it, the less it looks like a damn finger. Eventually, if I was able to go super speed, you wouldn't see it at all because it would be so goddamn fast. Because that's a faster realm. The spiritual realm is a faster realm. It's naturally on a faster vibration. So things in the spiritual happen like that. So when you manifest, the moment that it leaves your lips, the moment that you think it in your head, the moment that you create the vision, it happened. Boom. It's right there. Because it's quick. Spiritual realm is quick. But patience comes in because you have to wait for that quick thing to slow down, to come down here, to be tangible for you to experience it. Does that make sense? That's manifestation 101. It's happening super fast in the spiritual. That's why they say be careful what you speak, be careful what you think. Because you're creating your reality. Everything that you're thinking, everything that you're saying, you're creating it in the spiritual realm. And it's immediately happening. The moment it leaves your tongue, thank you, Corey. The moment it leaves your lips, the moment the thought is produced, it is created. It is there. It is in the ethers. Because you are a natural creator. That's what you do. You create. But because we are subjected to this realm, part-time, because we live a part-time life here, because we do part-time life here, as above, so below. The below takes time to catch up with the above, because the above is moving so fucking fast. In the spiritual realm, this is why you can close your eyes and you can see yourself having all of those things that you want, because you do have it there. It exists there. You have the cards, you have the relationships, you have the intellect, you have the healing process going well, you have the financial freedom. All of the things that you want, they already exist. Your job is to be here, be present, do the work in order to attract those things here in this physical realm. And that takes time. So usually what happens is we manifest it, we think about it, we want it, we crave it. And then what we do is we look at our lives and we be like, damn, I don't have it yet. It's been 2 days and it's still not here. So obviously that means that I'm not going to get it. The minute that you make that up in your head and you say, oh, obviously that means it's not for me, I'm not going to have it. You know, it's going to take me 4 years. It's going to take me this amount of time. It's already happening in the spiritual realm. So you're undoing everything that you just fucking put out there. And then you go redo it again. Oh, I want to try to manifest it again. So you got this back and forth going on in the spiritual realm. You creating shit. You're giving it a little bit of time. It's working on your behalf in the spiritual realm. And then in the physical realm, you get irritated, you get annoyed, you get impatient. So you go and you destroy what you just created in the spiritual realm. And then it's null and void. And then you sit there like, see, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew that I wasn't going to get it. I knew that it was going to take forever. I knew that I was going to be limited. I knew this and I knew that and I knew this and I knew that. And you tell yourself all this bullshit. And then one day you wake up again, you're like, you know what? I want to manifest this again. I want to make this happen. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you create it instantly in the spiritual realm. And then you wait a little bit of time. And then again, you fall back into that, oh, it's taking too long. And it becomes a cycle. It's a fucking cycle. It's a fucking cycle. It's a fucking cycle. It's a fucking cycle. You create shit, you destroy. You create shit, you destroy. You create shit, you destroy it. You create shit, you destroy it. And then you sit there and then you be the victim. Oh, it's because it's me and it's because I need to go to college. It's because I need to, not saying there's anything wrong with those things, right? But you don't always need those things in order to be successful. Oh, it's because I didn't have my dad. No, it's because you don't believe in yourself, damn it. You keep destroying the shit that you fucking you've been working towards. Thank you, Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Patience. That's one word that we have to learn here in this realm, because this realm moves slow. It just is what it is. It moves slow. Slow don't always mean it's going to take years. Slow don't always mean it's going to take months. Slow don't always mean it's going to take days. Slow can mean a couple minutes. Slow can mean a couple hours. Slow can mean a couple weeks. But just know it's slower than the spiritual realm. So what are you telling yourself in the waiting period? What actions are you taking in the waiting period? Are you saying your positive affirmations? Are you doing the work and starting to, that's why we say act like you already got it. So if I'm manifesting having a millionaire lifestyle, why the fuck am I not moving like a millionaire already? I must obviously not believe that I'm going to have that lifestyle. And it don't got shit to do with the money. Because millionaires don't spend money all day, every day. It's a choice to spend money. You spend money on what the fuck you want to spend money on. So scratch the money. Do you have the mentality? Are you thinking like a millionaire? Are you moving like a millionaire? Do you have the routine of somebody who was making that amount of money? Because anybody making millions of dollars, they not waking up at 12 p.m. Anybody making millions of dollars, they not sitting here doubting themselves. Anybody making millions of dollars is going to take care of their health. Because I can't make no more money if I'm not alive to make it. So am I operating with the mentality of somebody who's eventually going to live that lifestyle? That's going to dictate how fast that shit comes to me. Because one thing about a spirit team that really care for you, they're not going to give you no shit that you going to fuck over. They'll wait for you to get prepared. And this is why a lot of you guys have been waiting for a long time, because you have not been doing the work. You haven't been doing the work. You haven't been tapping in like you should. You haven't been taking care of yourself like you should. You haven't been healing from those traumas and those toxic situations that you've been through, those toxic experiences. You haven't been doing the work. And you got to be honest with yourself. Honesty and accountability are the holy grails of our spiritual journey. Not because we're supposed to be beating ourselves up 24/7, but you have to exist at some point in reality. Where am I currently as a soul? Because trauma happens to the soul. It don't happen to the body. It happens to the soul. When you are violated, when you are talked about, when you are mistreated, when you are manipulated, your soul takes the brunt force of that. And it reflects through the body. The soul takes it. The body feels it. Make sense? So you got to free your soul. That's why we call it shadow work. What is in the shadows of your energy that you need to release, that you need to work on, that you need to grow from? That you need to move past. No more holding on to old shit, dead weight. And one thing about Mercury retrograde, baby, it's going to come for all that dead weight. Mercury don't believe in dead weight. Mercury is a planet that like to get to it. They don't like to do all that wasting time, standing around. Mercury is Gemini and Virgo. So that's movement, that's discipline, that's structure, that's releasing what no longer serves you. Out of there. That's intellect. That means moving with wisdom. Old shit should stay in the fucking past. Why are we revisiting old shit, old people, old situations, old connections, old jobs, old careers, old schools, old fucking family members, old environments, neighborhoods, cities, states, countries, mentalities, ideologies, you name it. Leave that shit in the motherfucking past. Let it the fuck go. If it didn't help you back then, why the fuck would it help you now? You a whole different person. Back then, you wasn't who you was, and it didn't even help you then. At some point, you gotta wake up. You have to wake up. You have to wake the fuck up. Control. Releasing control. Going back to what we was talking about in the beginning. Everything is not for everybody. That's number one. My life ain't supposed to be your life, and your life ain't supposed to be my life. That's number one. So every time I try to shape my life to be acceptable to you, for you, I'm fucking myself over. Every time I ignore what I feel intuitively guided towards to fit into whatever narrative you've given me, I'm fucking myself over. Whenever I try to control everything and hold on to people that spirit obviously is trying to take away from me, hold on to jobs that are not for me, hold on to connections and friendships that are not for me, I fuck myself over. I'm not here to control. I'm here to experience. So, bitch, if we be friends for 5 days, we friends for 5 fucking days. Whatever I was supposed to learn, I had to learn it in 5 damn days. If we supposed to be cool for 26 minutes, we going to be cool for these 26 minutes. And then we're going to move the fuck on. If we supposed to be married for 3 years and 5 months, and that's it, then we're going to be married for 3 years and 5 months, and that's going to be fucking it. Who are you to tell me I got to stay in a fucking marriage? Who are you to tell me I got to stay in a relationship? Who are you to tell me I got to stay in a friendship? Bitch, who are you? You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm supposed to be going through, what I'm supposed to be learning. Everything is not meant to last always. And as long as you're looking at everything as a teachable moment, as a way for you to grow, as a way for you to learn, you won't never take no L's. You can't take no L's. when I'm getting something from it? How am I take an L when I gain something? L mean loss. What the fuck am I losing if I'm gaining something? And then y'all want to hold it against people. Oh, I'm mad because this person wasn't who I thought they was. And heal it and let it the fuck go, because you wasn't who they thought you was neither. What the fuck? These people thought that you was going to be in their life just as long as you thought that they was going to be in yours. Everybody's disappointed. Let it go. What the fuck? You're not the only one who came in this situation with some goddamn expectations. The fuck? They changed. They was supposed to change. Ain't nobody supposed to be out here being the same person every single day. They was supposed to change. And if the person that they became no longer aligned with who you became, then you separate. It's that fucking simple. The fuck? You changed, didn't you? Do you want to go back to being your old self? Fuck ass no. How am I get mad at you because you not your old self no more? You're not supposed to be your old self no more. What's the point of life if we're not growing? Stop taking everything so goddamn personal. We're here to learn. We're here to absorb all of the lessons, all of the energies, all of the different experiences. And you'll learn to accept people for who they are and who they were in your life. No matter how they showed up. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they did. Maybe they lied to you. Maybe they did. Maybe they put their hands on you. Maybe they did. Do we excuse the behavior? No. We heal from it and we move the fuck on, because what can you do about it? What can you do about it? At some point, you gotta go ahead and move past it. You gotta go to the next thing. Because as long as you stand there in that same energy, being the victim, you don't grow. And if you don't grow, why the fuck are you here? If you're not growing, why are you here? What are you doing? What's the point? What's the point? And I know you guys have been through some traumatic things. So again, we're not excusing what was done. But we can't go back and change it. So what do we do? At some point, you got to drop it. You got to let it go. You got to heal through it. You got to heal past it. Let them people deal with whatever they got to deal with. Karma don't miss nobody. Whether you believe in her or not, she's going to show up at your motherfucking doorstep, because the return of energy is a law of the universe. Whatever you put out, you have to get back. Simple. I don't care who you are. A lot of people say, oh, well, if you don't believe in karma, then it doesn't matter. It won't hit you. Yeah, okay. All right, you don't have to believe in the word karma, but you better believe in the law of the return of energy. People gonna get back, but it don't gotta come from you. And we talked about this before. It's not your job to go try to serve nobody no motherfucking papers. Fuck that. You know how much time you take out of your life trying to hunt people down and make sure that they get something? Baby, I don't got time for that. I got time for that. Let them people get whatever the fuck they get. Whatever you get is whatever you get, boo. I'm not here to play sergeant. The universe will handle that shit. This is why we tapping with our spirit team. Handle my light work. I don't gotta motherfucking focus on that. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna heal. And I'm gonna start thriving. I'm gonna start living my life. And whatever happens to you, I want to be so far away from it, I don't even know what happened to you. I don't want to be nowhere near my enemies when they get in their karma. Because for fucking what? That's when you know that you are letting go of ego. I don't give a fuck. The ego in you wants to be there and witness it and see it and soak it all up. I don't give a damn. Let them people go through whatever fuck they gonna go through while I'm over here minding my goddamn business. And when you learn sometimes that people's karma is the removal of you, the fact that they don't get access to you anymore, the fact that you have distanced yourself from them serves as karma. When you light up a space, when you provide the air in the room, and then those things are removed, people suffocate. I don't need to be around while you suffocating, because how can you suffocate if I'm there? If I'm there providing the air for you to thrive. If I'm there being the light in the darkness for you. You're not going to learn the lesson if I'm still there. Let that shit go. Again, all of this is tying into Venus retrograde. There's a lot of relationships. There's a lot of connections. It's time for y'all to move past that shit. Stop y'all dragging shit along. You're just dragging shit out. Let it the fuck go. And I don't mean don't grieve it. Grieve it. Cry about it. Scream about it. Get mad. Journal. Punch something. Don't punch nobody because you'll go to jail. But punch something. You know what I'm saying? Rip a teddy bear head off or something. I don't fucking know. Get it out your system. And then move the fuck on. After you do all that, move your ass on. Go on somewhere. Like your grandma say, go on and sit down somewhere. Go grab a seat. Rest yourself. Put your feet up. Focus on some other shit that's more important. Because you have more important things coming in. We've been talking about originality, right? We've been talking about the ability to step into whatever, path of life that is for you, even though that particular path may be uncommon, unseen, unheard. And you can't step into any of those things if you still got your eyes peeled to the back. It's not going to work. At some point, you got to focus on what the fuck is in front of you. And when you learn that you're creating as you go, you are creating as you go. The things that you're experiencing right now in this moment, you created a while ago. Everything that you've encountered in this day, this specific day right here, you created a while ago. That's how the future works. The future is something that you created. You just experience it later on because, again, it happens first in the spiritual and then it starts to manifest in the physical realm. So you're living out your manifestations right now in this moment. Manifestations aren't always good. Sometimes you manifest some fuck shit. But also understand that if I'm manifesting something good, sometimes that means that I'm going to have to encounter challenges to prepare me for that good thing. Just like when you in school, the goal is to get to the next grade, but there's going to be some tests in between. There's going to be some lessons in between. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some moments where it's not going to be a cakewalk. That don't mean I'm not going to get there. That means that that's a part of the process. Period. Yes, Bruce, I know about the apps where you can multi-stream, but you can't do it using these two apps specifically. You're just going to have to bear with me, sweetheart. Take your time, too. Don't rush through this year or try to rush things this year. Because a lot of things need to play out. And it's going to play out the way that it does for a reason. So even the timing in between how one thing transfers to the other thing, or how one thing aligns with the next thing. Even the process, you going through the process or watching the process, the intricate details of it all will mean something. So don't get so obsessed with timing. Know that by the end of this year, you will be in a completely different space. And just keep your mind on that. All of the details, all of the intricacies, all of the little small parts and moving pieces, let those things do what they need to do. Because you never know. You can spend, and this is just an example, but from right now, this moment, March, 19th to September 19th, you could be learning a whole bunch of lessons. But once you hit September 19th, everything in your life could change completely. I mean, day and night. Just instant. Everything that you want just gets dropped in your lap at one time. Immediately. Within a couple hours. But you look back and you're like, damn, well, I spent these last couple of months learning this and processing that and healing that and all of that stuff, and you're not seeing how all of that prepared you for that very moment where everything fell in your lap. Like we said before, it takes one thing, one time, one event, meeting one person, experiencing one thing, being in one place, having one connection, one decision, one investment, one thought, one word from your lips, one sentence, one affirmation. It takes one thing for your entire life to fucking change. You don't know when that one thing is going to show up. And it can be the smallest thing. So when you're not following your intuition, you miss those small moments because in your head, it's not that big. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. I could just skip it. That could be the one thing that's separating you from being where you need to be. That one instruction from your intuition could be the very thing separating you from everything falling directly into place. The way that you envisioned it, the way that you manifested it, the way that you saw it, the way that you visualized it. Stop thinking that you know better or that you bigger than the system. This system been working for a very long time, with and without your motherfucking ass. The best thing you can do is work with the fucking system, not against it. When you work against the system, you run into all these fucking problems. You're not bigger than the machine. It is what it is. Exactly. Play the damn game. Let's get one more of these and then we're going to pull some tarot. Absolutely. You gotta go with the flow. You gotta go with the flow. Yeah, look at this. Clinging to the past at the bottom of the deck. Beyond illusion. New vision and the creator. Exactly what I was talking about. We got totality coming out as the last card. And when Spirit give you messages via intuition, listen to the whole message. Because a lot of times we like to pick and choose. Okay, I don't want to do that, but I'll do that part. I don't want to do all of that, but I'll do this little part over here. I could do that. We want to do the shit that we comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? The shit that still allows us to be in our comfort zone and not really have to grow, not really have to extend ourselves as much as we probably need to. I don't want to do all that. I just do this one little piece right here because that's in my comfort zone. I could go ahead and bang that out. I've done that before. Or I'm just willing to take a leap of faith with that one little thing because in my head, it can't go as wrong as this other part. If your intuition is guiding you towards it, it can never go wrong. Y'all gotta understand that it can never go wrong if you are intuitively led. The only things that go wrong in our life is when we just be out here doing shit, not thinking, not being led, not being guided. You just out here roughing it. That's when shit go wrong. That's when shit get fucked up. You just out here in the middle of the damn ocean, fighting for your damn life. Of course shit gonna go wrong. But when you are intuitively guided, everything aligns in the most miraculous ways. Because now you're dealing with the spiritual. When you're trying to do what you want to do, the way you want to do it, you're dealing in ego. That's physical energy. When you listen to that intuition and that intuition is guiding you, now you're dealing with the spiritual. Shit can't go wrong in the spiritual. It's not designed to go wrong. It's designed to give you success. Alignment. Destiny. So when you don't listen to your intuition, you're ignoring the spiritual. And then you got the nerve to be like, I just need a sign. I just need, it's like R. Kelly in that damn interview. You know what I need? This is what I need. I just need to not have a big heart. It's like, shut the fuck up. You just need to goddamn listen. You just need to listen. That's what you need to do. Hello? You just need to listen. Open your ears. And we talking about your spiritual ears. Open your eye. We talking about your spiritual eye. And listen. When I say everything is laid out for you, everything is laid out for you. You don't even really have to think. That's how much this shit is laid out. You don't even have to think. You don't even have to use your brain. You just gotta move. Take direction. Again, going back to control. You can't control every aspect of this fucking journey because you don't know everything that comes with it. This may not be your first lifetime, but it's your first time here right now. In this space, in this lifetime. You don't know how this shit go. Every lifetime is different because times change. That's like somebody who was born in the damn 60s or something. You know what I'm saying? They pass away and then they get reincarnated with all of their memories as somebody from Gen Z, and they going around trying to, or from the 50s, they going around looking for the color only fucking water fountains. We like, baby, what the fuck is you talking about? Oh no, don't go to that bathroom. It don't got no sign on it. You gonna be looking at them like, is you cool? What the fuck do you mean don't got no sign on it? Duh. The only sign they got on it is women's and men's. We got to go to the back of the bus. For fucking what? That's why you don't have memory when you come back here. You know how crazy it would be if you came back here with all of your memory from the last lifetime? This shit would be even harder. You think it would be easier. It would be even harder. This shit would be difficult as fuck. Because you'll be trying to do all the shit that you did before. You'll be arguing everybody down thinking that you know it all. It's just like our grandparents and our parents. They think because they've been here longer, they got all the fucking answers. And we all got that family member that you can't tell them nothing. They just think that they just know it all. They got it all figured out. They don't need nobody's advice. They think we should all listen to them for whatever fucking reason. It's like, bro, we get it. You're old. Congratulations. You're still wrong as hell. They're not trying to hear that shit. So we need to forget. So that you can come in with a whole new perspective that fits the time that we're in. And what you do is you tap into the intuition for the wisdom. The intuition is going to give you that wisdom that you had from those other lifetimes. The principles of things that you need to know. Not the specifics. The principles. The overall things that you need to know. The way that you need to be, guided mentally. Akashic records. That's what all of that is. It's giving you the principles, the outline of all the shit that you need to know, the wisdom of it all. But it's not giving you the day-to-day how-to. You gotta experience that. That's why your intuition don't give you steps for every single part of the journey. Because some of these things you just have to experience. Nobody should tell you. You just need to go into it without having any background knowledge and go through the fucking experience. So y'all be mad because your intuition not clicking in. Well, if it's not clicking in, that means that you need to click in. And when it does click in, listen. Simple as that. Again, easier said than done. Because we are teaching ourselves, look at that, Hierophant. Wisdom. We're teaching ourselves things that we didn't know, that we weren't taught in this lifetime. So of course it's going to be difficult, or I'm not going to say difficult, of course it's going to be challenging to obtain the goals, 7 of Cups, to get closer to the things that we want. There's going to be a challenge that comes with it. So get over the fact that you're being challenged. The quicker you get over that shit, the better it will be. When you start to understand that challenges are just a part of this shit, you be like, all right, Spirit. All right. Well, what I gotta do? Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. I'm here. All right, you said I need to change my attitude. I need to start working on my attitude. Okay, cool. You brought this person in my life to show me that I got an attitude problem. Okay. I wasn't ready for that, but all right. Touche. Oh, you had this enemy come into my life and show me the parts of myself that ain't shit. All right. Okay. You landed on heavy, Spirit, but okay. I got you. Okay. Oh, I had to make this mistake and get fired. Or I had to make this mistake and lose out on this relationship or this friendship so that I can learn this specific lesson. Alright. Oh, I had to be the outcast, the outsider in my childhood, the black sheep, so I can have the confidence to stand on my own and not be a fucking follower. Okay. We learn through experience. People been telling us shit since we got here. How much of that shit have you actually listened to? Sometimes my mama and daddy would tell me not to do stuff, and I would want to do it just because. What you mean don't do it? Why can't I do it? You doing it. It look fun when you doing it. It's cool when you do it. It's probably when I do it. Fuck up. I'm trying to be a bird of a feather with you. I'm trying to do what you do. Be on what you want. Thank you, J1. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Why I can't do it? We learn through experience. Just like when you take a test, you learn, okay, the next time, if you got certain answers wrong, the next time you take that motherfucker, I guarantee you, if you go and you do the studying, you're not going to get them same answers wrong again. Y'all remember when we was in elementary school and they would give us the multiplication test, the little quick test? Ooh, baby. Now, that was a time. You had to sit there and do that whole page of multiplication. And the closer you got to the bottom, the harder them motherfuckers started to get. And they put a damn timer on. You be in there like, all right, 2 times 3. All right, 4 times 5. It be real easy ones at the top. 1 times 2. Okay, but then you get to the bottom like 9 times 8. Like, ooh, like use your fingers. You know what I'm saying? 11 times 10. Yes, you had like 2 minutes. And you was scratched. Just. And they gave us that motherfucking test so many times that by the time you got to the end of the school year, you could at least get to the bottom of the damn thing and be, you know, accurate 100%. You may have had 2 or 3 that you didn't get, if that. But because you done been trained on it so long, you done looked at the ones that you got wrong, you done went home and you done studied your little multiples and did what you needed to do. Every time you retook it, you did better and you did better. So when you showed up the next year in a higher grade and they put that damn test in front of you, it may have been a different set of multiplication. Now you're doing 30 times 4. Now you're doing 50 times 3. But because you have already mastered the smaller numbers, it's easy for you to figure these bigger numbers out. Because all the big numbers are the smaller numbers combined. And when you learn how to do that shit, you breezing through those too. That's what this journey looks like. You master these small things. And then you get to these big tests. And the big test is nothing more than those small things all combined into one. So there's a reason why once you really start working on a certain part of yourself, that thing shows up in your life. I've been over here working on my attitude problem, you know what I'm saying? I've been, you know, dealing with my anger issues and blah, 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 blah. And you feel like you get to a good point, like, oh, I'm doing so good. I'm not just flying off the handle no more. I'm not cussing motherfuckers out. I'm not trying to fight. I'm being real cool, calm, and collected. And then Spirit lets you meet somebody. And at first that person come in your life and they real nice. They giving you all the things that you think you want. They showing up for you and all that shit. And then they flip. They start testing you. The things that they do, the things that they say, the ways that they move. And you like, what the fuck is going on? You playing with me? I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm trying to. I've been working on myself. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. All right now, get out my face. Leave me alone. I'm trying to stay all, you know what I'm saying, 2025 and not go 2017 on your ass. Leave me alone. That test come and you be like, shit. But the moment that you move different, the moment that you pass that motherfucker, the next time some shit like that happen, you don't even blink twice. And don't nothing disturb a motherfucker more than somebody being unbothered when it comes to their bullshit. Don't nothing disturb a motherfucker more than somebody who don't give a damn. I had to learn that shit. I thought turning up and catching that attitude and cussing the motherfucker out and calling bitches and hoes and calling their mama a stumpy, fat, ugly, rinky dink, dumpster juice smelling, back row having. I thought that was what I was supposed to do. I thought that was what was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was what was going to silence them. But what truly started silencing them people was me being silent. Me moving different. Me not giving them the reaction that they were looking for. And it took a lot of patience in the beginning. Trust the fuck out of me. And sometimes you're not going to be able to maintain that silence. Sometimes you might resort back to some of your old ways. It happens. But do you reel yourself back in? You know what I'm saying? Do you reel yourself back in? What is your response? What do you do afterwards? Do you stay in that energy and you just say, fuck all the work that I just did? Or do you hold yourself accountable in that moment and make a new commitment to yourself to do the best that you can? Nobody is coming into spirituality saying, okay, I'm going to change my life completely 100% and I'm never going to do any of the old things that I used to do. That's not realistic. One thing about life, you don't never know what the fuck you're going to do until you're presented with a situation. Anybody can sit there and be like, oh, if that was me, I wouldn't, blah, 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 blah. If I was in that situation, baby, until you in certain situations, you don't know what the fuck you might do. So this is when we extend ourselves grace, compassion. First card, understanding. Sometimes you're going to take it there. Sometimes you need to take it there. Depending on the situation. Sometimes you accidentally take it there. But how do you recoup after? What are you telling yourself after? What is the conversation after? What are the steps that you take after? Are you changing and saying, okay, I don't need to do that no more. I'm going to do my best to not do that again. Unless it's absolutely necessary. You know? Ace of Wands energy. A lot of you guys have been hit with a lot of situations and experiences that have had you either on edge or hot. Thank you for the subscription, my love. Shout out to everybody that subscribed. If you do want to subscribe, you can do so at the top of the screen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of y'all have been tried lately by people, by situations. Definitely money issues here. I see some of y'all want to work somewhere else. Maybe applications are not going through. Or they're not going with you as a candidate. Yeah. This is putting you in your head and making you question yourself and making you overthink the situation. But this is not in alignment. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you've been applying for. And I was just having a conversation with one of my best friends about this the other day. You know, sometimes, and she's been on this kick about sowing seeds, right? Sometimes you just simply putting in an application is your way of sowing a seed, right? Showing spirit that you are ready for whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, right? Sometimes it's even you creating a stepstone for you to lead you, you know, to that next thing. And we may not see it like that because when we get denied, we see it as rejection. We don't always see it as redirection. Rejection is not just rejection. It's redirection. It's saying, hey, it's like somebody when you know when you driving and they working on the road and you think you're going to turn down that street that you normally turn down and they got that damn sign like, go that way. And sometimes you get an attitude like, what the fuck, I need to go down that street. But you don't realize that you can just go get the way that they pointing to you. And then you can turn down the alley and you'll be right there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that redirection is working. Not even sometimes. That redirection is working in your favor. It's saying, hey, you're on the right path, but don't make this turn. It's like a toddler, right? When you get little babies in the house, you know, you want to pad up everything. They get the little baby gate and shit. I want the baby to walk. I want you to come towards wherever I'm at. But I don't want you to go down the fucking steps. If you turn right here, you're going to go down the steps. You're going to get hurt. And then we're going to be at the hospital. The hospital. Anybody got time sitting in the emergency room? I hate sitting in the emergency room. That shit just make you want to start life over. Why do I got to sit here all fucking day? You could be headed towards the wrong thing. And Spirit knows if you go down this door, if you open this door, if you go down this path, you're going to end up somewhere that's going to take you more time to get out of. Or it's going to take you longer to get to where you're trying to get to. So a lot of y'all are being redirected right now. And that's how you're going to have to look at it. Because if you keep looking at it as, oh, I'm doing something wrong, I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get, and nobody wants to hire me, or nobody want to fuck with me, or nobody want to be in a relationship with me, or nobody want to do this, or every time I do this work don't work, or this happens or that happens. The more you stay in that mentality, you missing the whole plot. You missing the whole fucking plot. You've been redirected. Every no is a redirection. Every friendship that don't work out is a redirection. Every relationship that don't work out is a redirection. It's Spirit saying you on the right path, but just not that person. You on the right path, but just not that job. That don't mean stop applying. That mean keep applying. But it's just not that one. Don't go down that path. Don't open that door. Don't take that turn. Don't get off on that exit. Don't get out in this neighborhood. You know, you make the wrong turn too many times, you're going to end up in a neighborhood that ain't for you. Baby, I remember when I was in high school and I was going to this girl house for the first time to get my hair done. And I was on the motherfucking bus. This one we was busing and training it, okay? DC vibes, you know what I'm talking about? And I was on that motherfucking bus going down Minnesota Avenue, baby, and I got off on the wrong stop. I said, hold on. This is 35th. If you know anything about 35th off Minnesota, you don't want to be there. You don't be no high school student, no little brown pretty thing in the middle of 35th. I said, hold up. Y'all know that meme with that man sitting there on his phone like this? That was me at the bus stop. I said, hold up. When the next bus coming, I need to... Somebody need to come get me. Operator. This one you had to call for the motherfucking bus, the bus times. I had to... Okay, 10 minutes. I start hearing, hey, excuse me. I said, oh, shit. I'm like, if I stay still and don't look at them, then they probably won't think that I'm deaf or something. They probably go the other way. You, Lil Jon in leggings. Oh, shit. Oh, that's me. I had to get up out of there. I don't want no smoke, sir. No, thank you. You be in the wrong neighborhood, baby. You started on the mannequin challenge. Like, I don't even listen. Your spirit team don't want you to fall into those types of situations and positions. And I know what all asses we think we know where we going. I know what I'm doing. No, because they said if I want to be this, I have to do this. They taught us in school that if I wanted this to happen, then it had to happen this way. You gotta leave all that shit behind. 8 of Cups energy. You have to completely give up all of the old ways, all of the old mentalities, all of the old societal structures and opinions and all the bullshit. You gotta just let that go. Let that go. Kill off all of the old mentalities, all of the things that people said to you in your past. 7 of Swords energy. All the backstabbing, all the naysayers, all the, oh, that's only gonna work if you do it like this, and that's only gonna work if you do it like that. You know how many people tell me when I started PocaSPEAKS in 2020 that this shit wasn't gonna work unless I had a college degree for business? You know how many times my great aunt who raised me told me I better go to college or start taking some courses so I can get a good job? You know how many times that I heard shit like that? You don't know what's for me. And that's not to say Spirit won't put people in your life to give you solid advice. But when your intuition conflicts with the things that them people saying, you got to go with your gut. And you have to be willing to separate from them people who's saying what they saying. If that's the case. If I got to stop talking to you, I stop talking to you. Y'all know my mama a pastor. So when she got on my live one day and heard me saying what I was saying about Jesus and Mary and them, baby, she had a fit. I said, well, Mom, we don't have to speak. What the fuck? I'm not going to get on this platform with a lot of these people because your feelings is hurt and that's the religion you want to practice. I don't give a damn. Look at my face. Do it look like I give a damn? I don't. What the fuck? You just gonna have to be mad. You just gonna have to have an attitude. And that means we don't talk, then we won't talk. But I'm not gonna abandon my calling to make you feel good while you live in your calling or what you feel is your calling. If you feel like you was called to be a pastor, why can't I be called to do what the fuck I'm doing? If I tell you that I think that that's a bad idea, is you gonna stop preaching? No. And that's the thing about opinions. If you gave your opinion to these same people about what they should and should be doing, them motherfuckers wouldn't hear nothing that you talking about. They not gonna give up what the fuck they doing because you got an opinion. They gonna argue you down about the shit that they believe in. The shit that they think they're supposed to be doing for themselves and for their own lives. So you should do the same thing. Stand on fucking business when it comes to what you're being guided toward. Because you're the only one who is going to be sitting there feeling unfulfilled because you want to listen to everybody else and not trust yourself. And they're going to be living their best motherfucking life doing whatever the fuck they want to do. While you're sitting here feeling like, damn, I don't got shit going for me. It's people who out here making, buku money, and they are unhappy because they not doing nothing that is directly aligned with their destiny. They got the cars, they got the clothes, they got the hoes, I suppose. And no peace and no happiness and no purpose. The fuck? What am I going to sit over here and abandon what I feel intuitively inclined to do? Something that brings me peace and true happiness. Not temporary happiness, true happiness. Because it is aligned with me and my destiny and my purpose. Why would I abandon that? So I can live out a fairy tale that you have of me in your head. You better just listen. Whatever version of me you got in your head, you better keep that motherfucker. You better just get real familiar with that motherfucker, because I will not be it. Okay? So if the only time that you proud of me is when you close your eyes at night and you envision me doing something else, then let that be your portion. Hold on to that motherfucker as long as you can. Shit. I'm going to be the Queen of Wands. I'm going to follow my heart, follow my gut. I'm going to tap into what I'm intuitively guided towards and fall into my passion. This is a season for passions. What are you truly passionate about? Those are the things that you can obtain right now. Especially with this Venus retrograde, it's going to take you out of all of the materialistic viewpoints of things. There's nothing wrong with luxury, but sometimes luxury is so overwhelming to y'all that it distracts you from what the fuck you should be focused on. So this is time to ignore all that. Let all that go. Get that all out your head. And say, what am I passionate about? And I always say, your passions are the things that you would do for free. Every day. People who really passionate about hair, they'll take clients who don't got the money. Because it's not even really about the money. Of course they need the money to pay their bills and to buy products and all that stuff. But when they run into people who may not have it, they don't mind sewing into people because they simply love what the fuck they do. People who really teach, they teach for free because they just love teaching. Of course, you want to get paid. You want to have something, some type of reciprocity given back to you for the work that you're putting out. But you'll do it for free. You know what I'm saying? People who truly want... There's a doctor, I think it's here in Baltimore if I'm not mistaken. There's a doctor who his practice was about to either go under or he couldn't pay to maintain the place that he was renting out for his practice. But he would give people free services. He would, do free checkups on people's kids if they didn't have the money, if they didn't have the insurance. Thank you, Corey. If, they were just on hard times or whatever the case is. And when it was time for him to be helped, all them people that he helped came together and helped him keep his practice. So when you do what you're supposed to do, when you operate in your passion, you will never want for nothing. You'll never want for nothing. You'll never have to worry about things unless you choose to worry. Now, worry is a choice. Worrying is a choice. Being in a worry-ass energy is a decision that you make. But you don't have to. You don't have to want for anything. Yeah, 9 of Cups. When you operating in your magic, when you're putting that energy out in the universe, again, we're going back to the law of attraction. When you putting that shit out, it has to come back to you. You have to reap what you've sown. There's a gospel song that says, sow good seeds, because you want to reap just what you sow. You could be on the mountain or in the valley. You still want to reap just what you sow. That means no matter what the condition of your life is, No matter where you are financially, no matter where you are, you know what I'm saying, in life, period, you gonna get what's for you. It has to come back. Big DMV in the house, you know what I'm talking about? You absolutely reap what you sow. You're supposed to. And it's not just bad stuff, and it's not just good stuff. It's whatever you put out. If I put out bad, I'm going to get bad back in some type of way, shape, or form. And it's not always going to be in the exact way that you put it out. So if I loan somebody some money, that don't mean that I'm going to necessarily get money back. I might get a free meal. I might get a house. I might get a car. I might get a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If I look out for somebody, they may not look out for me in the same type of way. But they may buy me something that I needed. They might show up for me and support something that I got going on. The energy is going to come back, but there's no specific way that it's going to come back. And a lot of people be looking for it to come back a specific way. So they give with the intention of, oh, if I give you some money, if I get us home, that's why people give homeless people money. A lot of people not doing that shit because they just want to be a good person. They believe if I give this person who don't got no money some money, then somebody gonna give me some fucking money. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? They done took my live down on Big O. I guess because they can see my shirt. Alright, let's get these last little these last little cards. We're gonna do some confirmation. Then I'm gonna get off here before they try to say I'm naked or something. Alright, let's get into it. Final confirmation. If you want to book any personal services, personal readings, consultations, if you need assistance with your journey, if you just need to talk, I have counseling sessions, I have mentorships, I have consultations for all types of different things, readings, books, literature, books that I've written for this journey. Friday could be significant. The number 6, I told you I was saying 33. The number 6 could definitely be significant. Cats, rabbits, or deer can also be significant as well. Okay. I'm also hearing take advantage of the weekends. I know a lot of times we be moving so much throughout the week and working and doing all these things that by the time the weekend comes, we just want to rest and, you know, lay down and shit like that. But get outside. Do something. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be the whole day. Just maybe like an hour or 2, hour and a half minimum. But look at the numbers. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't fucking play with it. But do something. Because there's things that are outside for you. You know what I'm saying? We got Uranus coming out talking about taking them leaps of faith, getting out of the box, liberation, evolution, self-discovery, independence. Okay? Rennie, go on my website and look up the counseling sessions. And you'll see the prices for that. Okay? Or consultations, either one. Taking those leaps of faith, getting out the box, doing some new shit, discovering yourself. When you do new things, you learn new things about yourself. I remember when my father first told me, and I told the story before, that I was going to have to go to tennis camp. I said, tennis camp? Nigga, in my head, I'm like, that's white people shit. I don't want no motherfucking tennis camp. Nigga, I want to go to, like, dance camp or something. You know what I'm saying? Heel toe camp. Crank that Soldier Boy camp. Something. That shit don't sound fun. Baby, I got to that motherfucking camp. You couldn't tell me I want Serena. I fell in love with tennis so goddamn bad. You couldn't tell me. When you Get out of your comfort zone. You learn shit about yourself that you would have never known. Because we think we know us. We don't know ourselves like that. That's why we do shadow work. And a part of shadow work is getting out of your comfort zone, so that you can find things out about yourself that you didn't know before. Jupiter, luck, fortune, opportunities coming in. Cycles are ending. Acceptance of self. Look at them sixes. I'm not playing. Ups and downs. Okay? So things will definitely feel like it's been kind of up, kind of down, kind of up, kind of down. It should level out by the time we get to spring equinox. Sacrifices are needed. Make sure that you're making the necessary sacrifices. Getting out your comfort zone is a sacrifice. Doing something new is a sacrifice. Trying something for the first time is a fucking sacrifice. None of those things are easy, but they're necessary when you're trying to get to the next place. Somebody lying. If that's confirmation, let it be confirmation. Somebody isn't being truthful. Pay attention to your intuition. Access denied at the bottom of the deck. Telling y'all, if you being led to cut motherfuckers off, or people cutting themselves off, let it be. Let it damn be. Just keep it pushing. Act like you know. This could be a dark masculine energy. Somebody who is in their ego. And dark masculine energy doesn't necessarily have to be a male. This could just be something who was in their dark masculine energy. Somebody ego too big. This could be you in your dark masculine energy. Hyper masculinity is also here. Yeah, look, evil eye coming out too. Y'all better watch y'all damn space. And evil eye is not always, like I said, people giving you evil eye. Sometimes we evil eye our own shit, being negative, like we were talking about in the beginning. Let's get two more. Tomorrow we will be doing our lesson. We'll do part 2 of the spiritual body versus the physical body. Ooh, hot head. Some of y'all could be feeling frustrated or annoyed with the process. I'm telling y'all, be patient. Be patient. Utilize this time to continue to grow, to continue to learn, to continue to develop into the version of yourself that you're supposed to be. Because all of those things are going to tie into each other. When you finally get whatever you're supposed to get, it's going to make so much sense. It's going to make so much sense. 999, closure, completion, endings, preparing for new. This is a 9-year. I said 2 more, but we'll take 1 more. Secrets revealed. The truth is coming out. Light shining on the dark. Period. Aries at the bottom of the deck. All of this will start to make clear sense. If it's not making sense within the next 2 weeks, it's most definitely going to make sense when we get into Aries season and we officially go into spring equinox. So, shit. Wait, what's today's date? The 19th of March. So, spring equinox, technically, we'll be going into that tomorrow. I just damn thought about it. So we'll be going into the spring equinox tomorrow. I truly encourage you guys to treat it like a new year. So the things that you would do for a new year, do that shit tomorrow. Start celebrating. Start preparing, manifesting, writing out all of the things that you want for this new year. You can blow your cinnamon into your space for those who do that. We did a whole video on hoodoo and spell work, so feel free to go look at that on YouTube at PocaSPEAKS. It's linked in my bio. But treat this like a new year. If you want to cook your black eyed peas and all of that stuff, you can definitely do that. But yeah, treat this exactly like you would if it was January 1st. Because that's the energy that is given. It's giving a whole new beginning, a fresh start. We're entering into a new cycle of energy. Okay? A whole new cycle. Alright? Alright, my loves. If you guys want to book, I am still doing the spring equinox mentorship. That is available. If you go on my website, which is also linked in my bio, you'll see that. That's for my people who want assistance as we navigate into the spring equinox, so that you can start your new year, new cycle off right with the right energy. We go over shadow work, we go over ancestors, and then we also go over astrology, and numerology, and some other things for the new year. Okay, so tap in with that if you are interested. This will be posted on YouTube tomorrow rising, so definitely make sure that you go over there and subscribe, so that when this goes live, you can rewatch it from the beginning, or you can rewatch it at a later date. Some things may resonate right now, some things may resonate later. Who knows? Okay, make sure that you follow this page for sure, so that anytime I go live, you can come and join us. Tomorrow we'll be doing part 2 of our lesson. We usually do lessons on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I wasn't on here Monday, so we kind of like off by a day. So tomorrow we'll do the part 2 of our lesson. If you didn't watch part 1, go do that tonight. It's already uploaded on YouTube, so that by tomorrow you will already be all caught up. All right, love and light to everybody. Y'all enjoy this weather. Make sure y'all get y'all some sunlight, some vitamin D, because it will help you feel better and help you connect more with your higher self, spirit team, all of those good things. And we're crossing over into Aries season, so being in that sunlight, Aries is a fire sign, so the sun is going to be very helpful energy for you during this season. Okay, light and love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good. Peace.